When a higher power picks you, it's not like they hand you a neat little instruction booklet. Nope, it's more like they leave you breadcrumbs, clues, signs, and whispers that float in the air like little whispers of wind, just enough to get your attention. Don't just brush them off as nothing. Don't let yourself be fooled into thinking they're just coincidences. Look closer. Really pay attention. If you do, you might start to notice how these little breadcrumbs might just be arrows, pointing the way toward your true calling. Here are the signs that you are a chosen one. Authenticity. You just are who you are, no pretending. You've got that rare gift of being real. You can't fake it, and you don't even try. If something doesn't feel right, you're the first one to bounce. You'd rather walk away than stick around and put on an act. It's just not your style. Being fake. Nope, doesn't even cross your mind. It feels like a bad taste in your mouth, like something just went off. And don't even get started on people who put on masks or hide behind their shiny, material worlds, or those who can't stop gossiping. Ugh, you can't stand it. You just can't connect with folks like that. They're like fog in your path, blocking your clarity. But here's the kicker, you've got this uncanny ability to sniff out dishonesty from miles away. It's like you've got a built-in lie detector. You can sense when something's off, when someone's wearing a mask or twisting the truth. It's almost like a superpower, this radar for authenticity that just beeps in the presence of the false. And that's one of the things that sets you apart, that makes you chosen. You're not just real with yourself, you've got a nose for it when others are real or not, too. You're like a truth magnet, always pulling in the genuine and repelling the fake. Thirst for more. You're not the type to just sit back and let life float by like a leaf in the breeze. While some folks find comfort in their daily routines, you feel like there's something bigger, something out there calling your name, just waiting for you to answer. The idea of just blending in, doing the same OL thing everyone else is doing. Nah, that feels like a cage you're not about to lock yourself in. You get it. There's so much more to life than working a 9 to 5 and following the same rules the world hands out like candy. You're not tied down by the limits that trap others in their little boxes. You know there's a vast, wild world out there, one that's so much bigger and richer than anything normal can offer. Like Robert Frost said, you're taking the road less traveled. You're not following the herd, you're stepping off that beaten path, and you know, deep down, that this journey will shape your life in ways most people will never understand. It's not easy, though. No, being chosen comes with its share of battles. Like a warrior walking through fire, you're facing challenges that others wouldn't dream of. Many are called, but only a few are strong enough to answer. The chosen. They're built from steel and stardust, tough enough to handle the storms life throws their way. You've got that spark, that fire, that keeps you moving forward even when the world tries to hold you back. And those struggles. They aren't just obstacles, they're lessons in disguise. They're sharpening you, teaching you, molding you into someone who can stand tall and help others who are walking through their own dark valleys. Those tough times. They don't break you, they make you. And in the end, you'll be the one with the wisdom to light the way for others. You make the path easier. It's like you've been through the fire, and now you're the one lighting the way for others still stuck in the dark. Your experiences, tough as they may be, serve as a guiding light for those wandering, lost in their own pain. The battles you've fought and the scars you've earned don't just belong to you, they're the very thing that helps others find their way. It's as if every hardship you've faced, every tear you've shed, has a purpose, to make the road smoother for those who follow. The struggles you've tackled head-on aren't just for your growth, they're for the ones behind you, so they don't have to face the same battles. Each challenge, every painful moment, every test of strength, they're all part of the plan, shaping you, molding you, so you can spread that wisdom and light to others. And even when you're sinking in your own struggles, somehow you still find the energy, the courage, to reach out and lift someone else up. You might not even realize it, but in those moments, you're acting like a savior to someone else, a healer, showing them that there's light at the end of their tunnel. You're not just surviving, you're making the world a little easier for the next person who's walking down that same rocky path. You seek the truth, you're not the type to just float along, living in a bubble of comfort. You're all about digging deeper and helping others do the same. Ever since you were a kid, you've had this burning need to uncover what's real, to know the truth. You're not the kind of person to just accept things at face value or go along with the crowd. While everyone else might be following the same old script, you're busy writing your own story, listening to the whispers of your heart rather than just parroting what you're told. You've got that itch to understand, that unquenchable curiosity that makes you question everything, the world, the rules, the way people think. You're always hunting for deeper meaning, looking beyond the surface, because you know the real answers don't always live out there in the world. Nope, they're often buried deep inside you, waiting to be uncovered. Just like Socrates said, an unexamined life is not worth living, and you take that to heart. You're not just living life, you're in it, really in it, asking the hard questions, challenging the norm, and peeling back the layers to discover who you truly are. You're on a journey, not just through the world, but through your own soul, constantly searching, seeking, and growing. You are a black sheep, being the black sheep in your family. Yeah, that's another big hint you're one of the chosen ones. You've always felt like you didn't quite fit, like you were walking in a different rhythm while everyone else danced to the same old tune. Heck, there were probably times when you wondered if you were switched at birth, because you were just so different from the rest of the clan. When everyone else marches one way, you're off taking a sharp left turn, doing your own thing. Maybe your political views don't line up, or you just see the world through a lens no one else seems to get. And that can make you feel like you're standing alone, even in a room full of family. It's like you're playing a melody that no one else hears, tapping to a beat that's all yours. Sure, it stings sometimes, that feeling of being on an island while the rest of the world is on the mainland. But honestly, that's just another sign that you're not meant to blend in with the crowd. No, you've got a bigger destiny, one that's meant for something far beyond just fitting in with the rest of the herd. You are a good person, despite all the times you've been taken advantage of, despite the wounds others have left on you, you still choose to shine kindness like it's second nature. It's like you've got this pure, untainted heart that keeps pumping love and good intentions, no matter how many times it's been knocked around. You're the type to go out of your way to make someone else's day, even if it means giving more of yourself than you probably should. But here's the thing, it's not because you're a pushover. Nope. It's just who you are. You genuinely love helping, like it's etched into your DNA. Making people happy. That's your sweet spot. And that, my friend, is a big part of why you're one of the chosen. You've got this rare gift of making the world a little brighter just by being you. You are special. You ever feel like people are taking advantage of you? Maybe you've even caught yourself thinking, why am I always the one giving? But here's the thing, you're just wired that way. Giving is what makes you you. It's like the heartbeat of your existence. You feel most alive when you're pouring into others, even if you don't always get something back in return. That's not a weakness, though, it's actually a mark of something much bigger. You're not just anybody. Nope, you're someone chosen, someone destined for a bigger, greater purpose. There's this little voice inside of you, no matter how much you try to drown it out, it's there, whispering or sometimes shouting that you're here for something incredible. It's like this fire in your soul, an instinct you can't ignore, burning bright, reminding you that you're meant to make a mark on this world. You've got this timeless vibe about you, like you've been around much longer than your years suggest. The way people act on Earth, the fighting, the constant need to prove themselves, it just doesn't sit right with you. Sometimes, you even feel like you came from a different place, like there's some other home out there that really feels like yours. You're not meant to just blend in or go with the flow. You're here to change the game, to make the world better. And no matter how much you try to deny it, that feeling, that calling, it's not going anywhere. People don't like you. Ever feel like people just don't like you for no reason? Like, you haven't done anything wrong, but they just give you the cold shoulder or act weird around you. Yeah, it's confusing, especially when you know deep down you're a good person. But here's the kicker, it's not really you they don't like. It's your light. You've got this natural brightness, this positivity that makes others uncomfortable. It's like you're shining a spotlight on the parts of them they'd rather keep in the shadows. And the more you grow spiritually, the brighter that light gets, and the more it stirs things up around you. Some people will embrace it, but others, not so much. They might even push back, and that can sting. But listen closely, this isn't about you. It's about them and what they're struggling with. So don't let them dim your shine. Keep being you, the amazing soul you are, and let the negativity roll off you. Trust the universe, because you're always being guided, and you've got a team of higher powers protecting you. Don't worry about the ones who don't get you, just keep glowing, because you've got a much bigger mission here. You believe in a higher power. Now, you're not like everyone else when it comes to spirituality. Some folks brush off the idea of a higher power, dismissing anything that doesn't fit their narrow view of the world. But not you. You've got this deep, quiet respect for the universe, for God, or however you connect to that higher force. You see things others miss, like you've got special glasses that help you spot the unseen threads holding everything together. You get that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, according to a higher plan. And because of that, you're here for a reason. You're a light worker, my friend. Your job is to spread light and love wherever you go. You know that's your calling deep down, even if you've tried to ignore it or bury it before. Because of this mission you've been entrusted with, you're protected by the powers that be. No need to fear, because you're not walking this path alone. You've got a team up there guiding your every step, leading you toward your purpose. If any of this resonates with you, it's a sign. A message from something greater, urging you to keep going, to fulfill your mission here on Earth. If you're still with me, that's a sign too, you're part of the family. Your presence here lets me keep sharing this wisdom. Thank you for being a part of this journey. I'm wishing you all the best, a life full of blessings, peace, and prosperity.